Democrats are already doing the whole gun control. Christ almighty, man, the bodies aren't even cold, and you got Democrats doing this shit. Hey, Democrats, shut up. Here's an idea. Every time we have one of these tragedies, a school shoot, this is a soft target. Do you not think ISIS, Al-Qaeda, whether it's the mall or a school, folks, this is, even though this was a former student and a homegrown type of terrorist, these soft targets will be leveled. Listen to me, and listen to me closely, and maybe you guys can tweet or call your congressman. There are approximately 50 to 60,000 homeless vets in this country. Do you hear me? They all are small arms experts and either have active clearances or could be brought up to speed really cool. Get them at home, put them in a dormitory, get them a badge, get them a gun, put them at these soft targets. I cannot stand it. There is no reason why we can't get a job for these 50 to 60,000 homeless vets that have seen combat, that know small arms, and can deal with a situation like this. How many more people have to die? Don't give me this gun control bullshit. It makes me furious. You will never, 300 million guns in America, whatever it is, it's ridiculous to make that argument. So that ship has already sailed. Get some homeless veterans, get them back to work, and have them protecting these soft targets. It makes me furious to hear the gun control people exploit this type of shit. They're idiots. Anyway, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? My son just walked in. Glad to see you safe. Yeah, it's awful. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so let me get strategic real quick, folks. The head of France, President Macron, went Obama here with more evidence that Assad has used chemical weapons again. He said, "Hey man, you use chemical weapons, we're going to take you out." And well, no, that's not what I meant to say. Typical puss move, just like his brother Obama there. Assad is a human piece of shit, along with Putin. We have got to clean up the Middle East. It doesn't look like it's happening anytime soon. The Israel-Iran proxy war in Syria, the Israel-Saudi Iran proxy war in Yemen. The world, it's just a bad place. And from the Department of Funny, this is like Bernie Sanders, right? He loves North Korea, Venezuela, socialist utopias. Those are great places. North Korea leaves the South to pick up its Olympics tab. So all these people dined and dashed. They didn't pay a nickel. Matter of fact, South Korea had to approve a $2.7 million fund to cover their deadbeat Northern brothers' bills. Cracks me up. So socialist countries, that's what they do. They either don't pay their bills or they print money. Literally, they counterfeit. That's one of the U.S. the Secret Service agent. What's the biggest threat? South Korea prints U.S. money, folks. Duh. Anyway, market, another big swing in the market today, but mainly to the upside. Here we go. As I said, the market doesn't like being in these in between these 50 and 200-day moving averages, so we've had this nice little bit of a rip-your-face-off rally, pulled back up to this 50-day magnet. The algos are starting to get in control here, and the market's starting to catch a bid, and nice buying opportunity here. So markets are looking pretty good. Today, we got an inflation report. It came a little higher than expected. Oh, my God, cats and dogs living together. Whatever, folks. Looking at a market like this, you're telling me you're going to go into bonds or something, or go into an interest rate bearing product. Jerome Powell hasn't even raised interest rates yet, and people are saying, well, this is why the market went apeshit. They obviously don't understand volatility or the short volatility trade, or actually what the real reason behind this sell-off was. It's so stupid to hear uninformed financial media or just people in general not talk about or don't know what they're talking about. So it was funny to see Nancy Pelosi's comment on the infrastructure spending that Trump produced. So the other day, Pelosi and Schumer are ripping Republicans apart because of the deficit, adding debt and everything like that. Today or yesterday, she called the infrastructure plan that Trump presented puny. So one day I'm a deficit hawk. The next day I want to spend like a drunken sailor. I resemble that remark on infrastructure spending. There's your daily hypocrisy brief from Washington. I'm telling you, man, I'm going to make another prediction. Just like I nailed Trump's victory and the resulting market rally, I'm going to nail this. We will not lose, not we, the Republicans, I'm a libertarian, they will not lose the House or the Senate. They might even pick up seats. What are the Democrats running on in the midterms? being against you getting money back. Oh, because it was crumbs, according to Nancy Pelosi. Running on, not standing for veterans at the State of the Union, or Otto Warmbier's parents, who was brutally murdered and killed by the North Koreans. But he should have, Vice President Pence should have shook her hand. No, he shouldn't have. He did exactly what was required. It's a murderous regime, and it murders not only Americans, but its own people. Suck on that. Come on, people. So the Democrats thinking that they're going to pick up any seats in the midterm elections is insane. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so we went over this in our Accelerated Retirement Live Trade Brief at 1 o'clock today. Some 8 signals to watch to see if the U.S. The stock rout is over. Definitely fewer new lows. We have sectors that were strong that really didn't pull back. We talked about J.P. Morgan this week. The financials, yeah, they did a little bit of a, oh my God, is this the big one? But if you believe that ridiculous narrative from idiots in the financial media, that this market rolled over on people fearing higher interest rates, look at what our J.P. Morgan or Morgan Stanley did. They held up and, in fact, got bullish. We put on a bull put spread, man. It's already making money. It's up. J.P. Morgan was up 2%, over 2% today. So great. The financials are going to look great in 2017. If we are going to see this thing really bottom out and go south, tech's going to completely get obliterated. I told my members to bail out of tech around November, just with Facebook, the politics and the tracking and privacy, and I don't care about profitability. I want to do right. Well, I'm your shareholder, and I'm suing you because nowhere in your charter is it to do right. You have a fiduciary duty as the CEO, as a skipper, to me as a shareholder. I don't give a shit about your vision of doing great in the world. Then take the company private and buy my shares back. The VIX got smashed. I told you vol was smashed by this Friday. We put on bearish double verticals last week. Look at this, down 23%, the VIX today. We have a weekly options trade, a bear call spread on VXX that is looking to make $2,000 this week. Look at that. Down 12% today, the VXX. So what's that, Wednesday? So on Monday, what was it? The 52.5 bear call spread, risking about $5,000 to make 2. This thing's already up, what, $1,200, and it's Wednesday. Let me get a hell yeah if you don't mind making $1,200 since Monday. What else? Rates, ignore. And there haven't been any panic safe haven buying. I told all my members, folks, this was orderly. It might not look pretty, but this was orderly. There was no panic selling. It doesn't look, obviously the market takes an escalator up and it takes the window down, or the window's faster. And then obviously we got to take this escalator back up here. So markets go down a hell of a lot quicker than they go up. But if this was panic selling, we would have smashed right through the 200-day, and we didn't. Right there. And there's what a good segue. Test of the 200-day moving average. I think we dropped a drill bit down to the 200-day during midday trading, and it retraced. We never saw that again. Markets be damned. Fed has inflation to worry about. No. Inflation starts to make a comeback. Who cares? Stagflation. Retail sales actually tumbled today as inflation spikes. And like I said, I don't care about inflation yet. The only reason I care about inflation now is that it's good for our JP Morgan and our financial trades. Okay, so VIX crashing below 20. Really good news for our bearish double vertical on VXX, and also our weekly options bear call spread as well. So having a good time here at TGO, doing some good trading. We look at Raytheon today, Brazil, WYNN. We have a great looking WYNN iron condor that's going right down the fairway that could potentially make, what is it? I think we're risking $3,000 to make 5 or so. I don't have the trade in front of me, but we have a nice WYNN iron condor on the 157.5, 155. And the 170. That thing we're looking sweet to go right down the fairway here. Obviously, the best news that could have happened with WYNN happened last week. The skipper resigned, but now I think that's the commit criteria for our iron condor was we're just going to channel here. So, all right, guys, good stuff. I'll see many of my members tomorrow at 1 o'clock for our analyzer trade and debrief session. We'll see you.